Okay, girl, you've done enough useless things for today. You should go practice. No, seriously, stop making the puzzle. Put down the phone and start practicing. Put it down. Focus. Good. Now, turn around and read what's on your nice new board. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you liked that little intro. I for sure had a lot of fun filming it, and I also hope you like the new background. This is a wonderful birthday present that I got from my sister, and I intend to use it a lot now. We'll see if I can change it every time for the next vlog. Sometimes I'm very lazy about that, but you know, the idea is there, the intent is there, and we'll see if I can uphold the ambitious plan. Anyway, moving on. If you're new here, my name is Nathalie. I'm a musician, and today we are going to talk about what happens if we don't really want to practice. Because amateur musician or professional musician, we're all human beings, and sometimes we just do not want to do what we know is actually best for us. So here are a couple of my tips on how to overcome that little rebellion that is inside, and let's dive right in. We often heard that starting is the hardest part, but I think starting with a good mood is the hardest part, because we can all force ourselves to kind of start doing something that we don't really feel like doing. But if we are practicing and it involves music, if we practice a couple of days with like a feeling of I don't want to, or there's a little bit of discomfort, this is going to sound within your piece. We're going to practice that feeling within our piece, and that is something we want to avoid at all costs. So trying to get yourself into a good mood is, I think, more of a priority than thinking about how will I start practicing. So for me personally, especially now that days are colder and my physiology really demands that I have a bit of a blood flow before I start practicing, I just start with some technical exercises, some scales. Sometimes I would go jazz modes, or I would do just plain major scales or whatever. Just kind of get the blood flowing. And because I have been doing this for a while, this automatically gets me into a good practice mood. But it could also be like one of those days where even this doesn't really work for me, and then maybe I would just pick a new score, read a little bit, feel the inspiration coming, and then I can start working on the repertoire that I do have to work on. Or I could just play something that I know from earlier and just have a little bit of fun. I could try and play a song by ear, whatever it takes on that particular day that gets me into a good mood to practice. That is always my aim. Do I always reach the aim? Hell no. But that is really something that I've been trying to work on. And I do feel that if I'm very conscious about the mood that I start my practice in, usually if it's a good mood, my practice will be almost infinitely better than if I'm in a stressed mood, or if I feel like there's a lot of time pressure, or I don't really feel like practicing. You know, it might seem so logical, but usually when we're in the situation itself, we don't really see it. So, number one tip, start by getting yourself into a good mood and then practice. The second big thing that has always worked for me is having a clear goal. And on days where I don't want to practice, the small goals are the ones that keep me going. Because it's just such a nice feeling to start with an idea, working on it a couple of minutes and achieving it. And that just kind of gets you going. And together with getting yourself in a good mood and just starting, it kind of is a recipe of, I want to practice again today. So having those clear goals just makes it way easier to achieve something and kind of feel that reward and then keep going. If you're in a situation like I am right now, where you have a couple of personal projects you want to work on, you have your job requirements that you have to work on, and now you just have a new idea that you're working on. It's a lot. So how are you going to put that all in a day? At least I'm not one of those people who can just practice every single thing every day. So I'm trying to, pick little things and be as time efficient as I can. So if this means that I have a couple of accompaniments that I need to work on, which is actually true, then I would kind of incorporate them within my warm-up routine. And I would just start with a technical exercise and then take one of the new scores and kind of just read through it very slowly, very not pressurized. This is really just about warming up and very gently getting to know the music. And then I can really start my practice with maybe a piece that I want to work on, and then I kind of switch to something like an accompaniment that I need to work on, or stuff like that. So kind of switching it up and really having those little goals and being able to achieve them within a reasonable amount of time is, for me, very efficient. And well, I hope it is efficient for you too. But that is definitely one of the things that keeps me going, even if I don't really feel like practicing. Lastly, it might just be that you want to switch up your routine, because it can just be very hard to keep doing the same things over and over and over and over again. Although I have to say, being a creature of habit, that really works for me. Just having a routine somehow makes it easy. But if the inspiration is not there, try and trigger it. You could start by listening to some music that you need to practice, or just listening to some music in general that might get you into the mood of practicing. Or you could start by setting a timer for 10 minutes. Be like, okay, now I'm going to practice a little bit, just 10 minutes, reward yourself, and then hopefully that will have been enough to get you going. Or you could be like, I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes to be lazy, and then I'm going to start practice. Whatever works for you. Switching up your routine might just be the last thing that you need to really start practicing. And there's always, one of those days, maybe worst case scenario, where it's just not coming. And your body is telling you, or trying to tell you, hey, I'm sorry, but creativity has just left the building and we just need a day off. Well, then maybe taking a day off is not the worst thing, now is it? I once had a teacher who said that after a holiday that I always play better. So maybe taking a day off is just exactly what you need to do. And that is totally fine. But if you have been taking a holiday for a couple of days now and you really want to start practicing, then I hope the first 2 steps will already get you there. Wow, I should stop filming because my diction is just going to hell. So I will wrap up, and if you find that this has helped you in any way, just let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, as always. And maybe a quick side note, if you have videos to request, then also please let me know. I have been doing, I have done a couple of requested vlogs lately, and that was a lot of fun. So just let me know if you want me to talk about something or think about something and give some tips on. And yeah, that will be it for today. If you like this video, just hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. That would be amazing. You are so appreciated, and I hope to see you again next week with a music video. See you then, and enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.